In my stream this weekend, I got a little bit frustrated with the Inuyasha game.
Oh, no. I just realized something.
It's gone. And we decided to switch to some Pokemon while trying to build an Inuyasha themed team. And I thought, hey, this would be a pretty fun video, so today we're going to be talking about which Pokemon the characters in Inuyasha would be likely to have. If you're excited for this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at AxelBeats, or consider supporting me over on Patreon through the link in the description. Finally, I want to give a big thank you to our returning sponsor today, Surfshark. I want to give a big thank you to today's sponsor, Surfshark. You probably know that I'm living in Japan right now, and ironically, watching anime has never been more difficult than when I first moved out here. While most shows can be found on Netflix, Japanese Netflix rarely offers English subtitles, and services like Crunchyroll and Funimation just don't exist out here, which is one of the major reasons I was looking towards getting a VPN. With a VPN like Surfshark, you can connect to servers from all over the world to bypass geo-blocking, so I can watch shows like Yashahime and make the content that you all know and love. And personally, when I was looking for VPNs, I decided on using Surfshark. So I was super happy when they reached out to me. Surfshark basically enables you to connect to servers all over the world in a safe and secure way. However, Surfshark goes above and beyond what other VPNs offer. With Surfshark, you can have unlimited devices tied to one account, and they have hacklock protection that checks to see if your information has been leaked. On top of all of that, they don't log any of your internet activity, and can be used on all types of devices. But here's the best part. If you click the link in the description, you get all of that for 84% off, and 4 extra months totally free if you use the code AxelBeats. That is huge. Honestly guys, Surfshark is an amazing service and I've genuinely been using them for almost a year now, so definitely check them out in the description. Thank you so much to Surfshark, but for now, let's get back to the video. Now, some of the characters ended up with more than one Pokemon, but most are just sticking to one. As always, we started this kind of video with Inuyasha. For Inuyasha, I was thinking of something a little aggressive with some attitude, and it lined up perfectly with a Pokemon we used as a starter on stream, Zangoose. Even the colors are pretty perfectly in line with Inuyasha, so it's a perfect fit. Next up, Kagome. I was having a bit of trouble trying to find a Pokemon to work with her, but then I came across Celebi, a little green Pokemon known for time traveling. Also, I think for the purpose of this video, Psychic will kind of be the spiritual type, and Celebi's a dead fit there too. Speaking of spiritual, we have Kikyo, and for Kikyo I kinda had the opposite problem. I actually had too many Pokemon lined up for her. So firstly we have Gardevoir, a very spiritual design in general which fits amazingly. However, Espeon also works as well with a very similar theme, but the split tail could also be a good representation of how her soul was reincarnated into Kagome. Finally, we have a Pokemon which basically is a bundle of souls in Spiritomb. For Miroku, I originally wanted to use Tornadus, but I needed to use them later, so instead we have Haunter. Especially in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th gen, Haunter's floating hand is surrounded by a mysterious energy, which I'm pretty happy to use as a representation of Miroku's wind tunnel. Songo was a little bit more difficult, but I decided on Marowak. While this might seem like a strange choice, Marowak's iconic attack is Bonemerang, which, I mean, is basically Hiraiko's. Shippo as a young Kitsune naturally lined up with Vulpix, however their balloon form could be matched with either Jumpluff or Jigglypuff. Similarly, Hirata also has multiple forms, so we'll have the first one being represented by Eevee, and Arcanine representing their larger form. Sesshomaru, much like Kikyo, will be getting 3 Pokemon. Most fitting would probably be Absol, the edgiest dog around, especially with the white fur and moon-like horn. Although, I need to make one quick adjustment. There, perfect. Suicune was also one I thought that kind of fit him a little bit, especially with its mane kind of being similar to Sesshomaru's Moko Moko. And finally, Dragonair to match the Soryuha. Rin, just like Sesshomaru, will be getting 3 Pokemon. I was mostly looking for cute and playful Pokemon for her, which quickly brought me to Clefairy. However, as she's currently in the Tree of Ages, and permanently asleep, I also thought we could add in Phantump, who's a spirit bound to a tree, and Komala, who's a very sleepy boy. Jockin was probably the one I had most difficulty with in this entire video, but I decided on LGM. This might seem a little bit weird at first, but then you can consider how LGM's name is a reference to aliens as little green men, and Jockin is in fact a little green man. For Toga, I was looking for some kind of regal and majestic Pokemon, which I think Entei is a perfect match for. Something about this thing just lines up with Toga amazingly in my head. That said, I'd also be cool with Toga using Honedge to show off his Sounga. With Myoga, I naturally wanted a bug-type Pokemon. We don't really have too many mosquito ones, and the one we do in Buzzswole doesn't exactly match Myoga. So I was thinking of something a little bit more wimpy and cowardly, which led me to the Pokemon with the unique ability Wimp Out. And we have Wimpod, who's adorable. Totosai had me looking for a bull since he travels with Momo, so we have Tauros. I also kind of wanted to give him Timber. Yeah, he isn't really a carpenter, but he is a craftsman, so it's close enough. We have a set of Hanyo here. Shiori the Bat Hanyo will be represented with Zubat, while Jinenji, the big guy who likes to pick medicinal herbs, gets an Oddish. Kaede had a lot that we could have went with, and I was thinking of giving her a fossil since, she is one, but I decided that Drampa would be a much nicer fit. Kohaku's weapon of choice was a sickle on a chain, so we're looking for a sickle Pokemon, and we have either Scyther or Kabutops to choose from, but I think Scyther is a much better choice for Kohaku. Now we can get into Naraku's team a little bit. For Naraku, who is one of the most complex characters in Inuyasha, he has the most Pokemon on this list. We have Weezing to represent his miasma, Ariados because he's a big spider, Zoroark because of his ability to disguise and impersonate others, and Oranguru for his baboon costume. His first incarnation, Kana, uses her mirror to hypnotize people, so we're going to give her Hypno, while her sister Kagura naturally lined up with using Tornadus because of the whole wind elemental thing. However, she could also match up with Sandygast because, she turned into dust and a ghost. Hakudoshi rode a flying horse named Entei, but we already used Entei for Toga, and let's be real, Rapidash is a much better choice anyways. Byakuya, being the artsy dude he is, will get Smeargle, while the Saimyosho will be Beedrill. Princess Abby, who had a whole theme of birds and fire, will get Moltres, and finally Koga will be represented by Lycanroc. Also, did you guys know it took them like 7 generations to make a wolf Pokemon? We had Mightyena and shit before, but those aren't actually wolves. Anyways, enough of that tangent, let's get on to the new era. For Moroha, who has a red color theme and a constant desire to fight, I thought Blaziken might be a good choice, but she's pretty young, so I think Torchic might be better. Setsuna is dark, brooding, and blue, so I thought Corvisquire would be a nice match, but look at Frogadier. He basically even has a Moko Moko. Toa is represented with a white design and a sword, so I kind of wanted to use Sirfetch'd. This is definitely the one that I'm least happy with in the series. You could also throw in a Dratini though, as she also has a Soryuha, and a much smaller version than her father's. Takachiyo is a Tanuki, so Sentret was really the only choice. Riku seems to have telekinesis of some kind while he uses his Pearl, and I think that Alakazam would fit perfectly. Jubei is a big dude who just kinda chills unless something requires his direct attention, which just screams slacking to me. And Kyuki in her true form was a white tiger-like demon who could fire off energy blasts, so she's going to get the last legendary beast, Raikou. Takotsumaru was all themed around bones and wanted to see their dad, which more or less is Cubone's whole thing. Joka is a snake lady, so she can have Arbok. And lastly, Yotsume the Owl will get Noctowl, which is pretty reasonable, I think. But these are just my thoughts on which Pokemon each character in Inuyasha might use. Let me know if you can think of better ones down below. Also, if anyone draws any art of these characters together, be sure to @ me on Twitter because I would love to see them. Especially the Moroha with Torchic, that sounds super cute. With that said though, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content. A big thank you again to Surfshark for supporting this video, and to our patrons as well, with our Dai Yokai, Miasma and Ikerochu, our Yokai, Lucifina Akuma, and our Hanyos, Jasmine Morales, Michael Greyco, Negakitty, Simon Electric, Anthony Hogan, Burnett Thrasher, and Randy Moseyman. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, remember to stay excellent.